the mic and sound system. And we were wondering, isme hai kya? We are doing satsang every day, we know what it is. But when I saw that first time, I realized how much effort goes. She was so particular for almost 1 hour. First she saw the entire sound system, and 1 hour she was speaking in so many different tones, high tone, less tone, loud, soft, and trying to see if there is an echo coming from any side. All those kind of things. I was impressed with the effort being put just for a 30-minute speech. 1 hour was just working on, as if there is a big, great musical performance. Sound system has always been a very big problem all over the world, ongoing since 1960s for satsang. So, newer and newer technologies come, they change the names and other things, so it's always a problem. When Prabhupada established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, India already had so many mystical places, holy places, Swayambhu Vigraha, deities which are self-manifested, mystical things, Jyotirling, and all sorts of things are there in India. Yet what India lacked was the sense of spiritual understanding. When the understanding of the truth is not done with rigor, it just takes a form of a sentiment. And sentiment does not last long. Because sentiment is the first thing which destroys in the onslaught of some experience. You have some bad experience, the whole sentiment crushes. What sustains is a deep understanding of the structure of our philosophy. In the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit, now very interesting. Shukdev Goswami is an impersonalist who appreciates the truth from an all-pervading energy perspective. And Parikshit Maharaj is someone who has seen Krishna when he was in the womb, and also he has been part of a family lineage who is connected to Arjuna and Krishna and Maharathis, all sorts of great people. And despite that, Shukdev Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj takes shelter of Shukadev Goswami, this mendicant, impersonalist philosopher, trying to learn the truths of life. It was not that Parikshit Maharaj had no understanding whatsoever, because he was an accomplished king and also having a very deep family lineage, so obviously he had certain understanding of dharma and all of that. But then when he comes to Shukdev Goswami is speaking some very, very interesting things. And that discussion also becomes part of a certain group of sages who are assembled, trying to reflect what did Parikshit and Shukdev Goswami speak, that kind of a discussion. So, in the beginning of the Bhagavatam itself, in the very few chapters of the beginning, one of the very beautiful verses which comes is Shrotavyadini Rajendra, Shukdev Goswami is telling to Parikshit. Shrotavyadini Rajendra Nrinam Santi Sahasrashaha. That there are, for those who are not at all interested in Atma Tattva, Apashyatam Atma Tattvam. Atma, we all say, Atma hai. People have this concept of soul in different ways. And it's easy to speak. But when you say Atma Tattva, means a rigorous understanding of what Atma really means. For example, when someone says, oh, you know maths, so we all know maths. We all say we all know maths or science. Correct? Everybody knows what is a square. Everybody knows what is a cube. I was asking some student, what does a square actually mean? A raised to 2, what does it mean? So you say, oh, a square. But what does it mean? I said, what does it mean? Tell me, what does A square mean, Surabhi? You know A square, right? That's not the meaning of it. It's a representation, yeah, but not a meaning. Yes, Aviru.
A squared?
Yeah.
A raised to the second power, A times.
So just see. This is called as understanding of Atma, but not the understanding of Atma Tattva. For all of us. We memorize so many formulas. A plus B the whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. A mathematician understands it very differently. Because when he says A square, he's not seeing A, the letter A raised to 2, which you represent A into A is the A to the power of 2. It basically means a square whose side is A, and when you want to calculate its area, that is represented in algebraic formula as A square. Correct? So a mathematician is seeing geometric figures in formulas. And those who are not mathematicians or who don't have a sense of mathematics, they are just mugging up formulas and maybe scoring and becoming top one, whatever it is. That's the difference between the talking of scriptures and having a sense of the tattva. Just a side topic, many young boys are in Surabhi and Abiru. What is the figure which comes in the mind when you say A plus B the whole square? We'll say A square plus B square. So mathematician sees a geometric thing happening. There is nothing called algebra in this world. Algebra is a representation of geometry. Am I right? Otherwise, algebra has no meaning. It has no meaning. It is representing something. When you say a line, you are representing in some terms. So A cube means what? Tell me. What is A cube?
The side lengths of a cube. So like,
A cube,
yeah.
the length of which the side of the length is A. That is called A cube. A square also means one more thing. It means, what does A represent? A one-dimensional object. A square represents a two-dimensional thing. A cube represents three-dimensional. A raised to 4. We cannot conceive it. A raised to 5. So algebra you can keep playing, but if you are truly a mathematician, your mind will start rolling at A raised to 4 itself. I'm just trying to, we are very simplistic, we are trying to say what is the meaning of tattva or bodha. That we put rigor into understanding. So, he is saying, Shukdev Goswami is saying to Parikshit, that apashyatam atma tattvam, those who are weak or cannot see, cannot perceive the atma tattva properly, means those who cannot understand properly. Let's say you cannot understand geometry properly. So, okay, I'll just play around with algebra. So that's what he's saying. Those apashyatam atma tattvam, those who are not competent enough in that, for such people, what do they engage in? Nrinam ashrotavyadini Gajendra. Nrinam sahasrashah. There are thousands and thousands of topics which they are interested to talk on, except Atma. Isn't it kind of our story? Every day, just imagine, when I was learning something in linguistics a couple of years ago, the linguistics of Sanskrit. So there's a nice book which speaks upon the formation of language, a very what was I saying is that context. So anyways, if I remember, I'll come back to that. So people, they have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of topics to discuss. For example, whenever you shifted, most of you coming from India, you shifted at X point of time in Bloomington, and now in 2025. If you make a list of all the possible words which you have used in your vocabulary, more or less there'll be something around 800, 900 words, not beyond that. You are just playing around with the 80 to 90% of your daily conversation is repeating the same sentences. Is my food ready? I'm going to office. I'm done. Good night. I need water. Think over this. More than 90% of the statements which you make are exactly the same. So there is a set of statements which you use in the family. There is a set of statements which you use in the office. The set of statements which you communicate with your friend. In maths there is sets and subsets, right? That set is fixed almost. It's not that in 20 years you have changed your vocabulary, your choice of words, and now you are constructing deep sentences out of realization. Nothing has changed. Same topics. Oh, where did you buy this shirt from? Where do you buy this? What is the price? Where is the new investment? The same topics. And we think that these are amazing, amazing discussions we are having. So he is saying, those who have no interest in Atma Tattva, they will be engaged in so many different kinds of discussions. So he is glorifying Parikshit Maharaj that I am proud that you are questioning something which really pertains to the growth of human existence itself. And for those who are not interested in Atma Tattva, their topics only revolve around Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Vyavayena Chavayah Divachartheyam Rajan Kautumba Bharanena Va. The lifetime of such people is just completely involved in discussion about one's acquisitions. In the daytime, either in making money or maintaining family members, and in the night time, all about sleeping or in sex indulgence. Very harsh. Bhagavatam is so unforgiving. When you read yourself, you feel humbled. So, and then, therefore, Shukdev Goswami is trying to tell Parikshit, who wants to make his life glorious. Now we all are on the journey of making our life glorious while we are living, ignorant of the fact that the living part of our life is a very small component of our existence. Because you are going to be alive for 60, 70 years, and then probably you don't know how many years you are going to be without the body, and then probably again with the body, then without the body. Essentially, the component of your life in what you consider as living is very less.